Hi everyone, this is Coach Alana checking in, and today I am going to cut up a t-shirt for Zumba conference. I am going to be making it into a halter top, and you might hear my dogs off screen because they like to play around when I'm on the floor. So anyway, hopefully this comes out okay because I have no idea what this is going to look like. So let's get started. First you want to have really sharp scissors. And you want to lay it on a flat surface. That's why I'm on the ground. So I'm going to go out of camera, just listen to my voice. I didn't have any place big enough to put it, so I stuck it on the floor. So where I'm going to start is first I'm going to cut out the neck. I've seen a lot of videos that show people leaving the neck in, but I don't really like that much. I want it to be a little bit looser and I want to be able to stretch it. So I'm going to start just outside the seam and I'm going to cut the neck out. And I have really nice sharp scissors. Thanks to my mother-in-law, because she's the one who gave me these. And then you could probably even cut a better line than me, but it doesn't need to be perfect. And plus this top is going to be probably worn once when I work out in it at Zumba conference, and then I probably will never wear it again. And that's how I do a lot of my t-shirts. So I'm cutting that out, and then I'm going to cut out around the sides of the sleeves. So once again, I'm just inside the seam, and yeah, I know some people cut them wider. You can decide if you want to cut it, narrower, but I'm going to go ahead and just cut it right there. And the way I look at it is if you cut it really close in and then later on you want it thinner, it's so much easier to do it thinner than if you accidentally cut it too thin the first time. And then you've got no place to go with it, and you're kind of stuck with however it turns out. So I'm taking the safe side. And yes, you probably are going to see some fur bunnies on my floor, because I have 3 dogs. And they love to shed like crazy. And so I have tons and tons of fur all over my floor. And I just decided to do this video no matter what. So here I am, and I'm going to actually cut the bottom off too. So here we go. With the bottom, super easy. You can also do it along with me if you want. And you might even want to use your bottom one for threading later if you want to. Look at all that hair. I'm going to have to wash this sucker. Grody. Wouldn't even know that I just swept the floor recently. But that's okay. Now I'm using my shirt to clean the floor. So there I am. It's cut off like a tank top, and I don't want it to be a tank top. So what I am going to do now is cut it again. First I'm going to stretch it. Stretch, 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 because these are going to end up being my tie is going to end up being here. So I'm actually going to cut it straight across under the armpits. You see that? Yeah, okay. I'm cutting away. I'm not even checking to see if it's in camera. Boom, boom, boom. And then I kind of want this part to be the part that's going to go over my head, but I want to tie it. So I'm still going to leave it a little bit long for now. I'm not sure how tight I'm going to want that. I'm going to trim it a little bit. Doesn't look too crazy. Super easy. Almost done right now. Okay, because these are going to be my tie-offs on the top. You can make them into a bow. I like it big on the top because it gives you choices on how tight you want to tie this, because then you can also let it kind of hang down. Now, in the back, I want the whole back area to be more fitted so I can tie them. So I'm going to cut it all the way down the center. You should see me. Yep, see me cutting.
And I'm going to keep it right down the center. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just make sure you're not cutting into the front of your shirt. And then I'm going to cut strips down the sides. So it's relatively even. It doesn't have to be perfectly even because you're going to end up tying them anyway. And it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. So I'll just cut a couple of these. I'm not even sure if these are fat enough. I'm starting kind of conservative, about halfway in, because I actually don't want my shirt to be super tight. I kind of want to be able to tie it together, but have it still have a little bit of looseness to it. And you can even, doesn't matter how fat these are, but you do want them to match up. So you can either count them, or I could have like probably split the shirt in half and cut them both at the same time. But I wanted to get a visual on how far over to cut it. So now I'm just making sure I cut the same amount on this side. And even if I ended up with an extra one, I could always just half another one. So they look kind of fat, right? Which is okay. So then what you do is you just take them and you pull them like this. And when you pull them, they're going to give them that stringy kind of feel to it. And that's where you're going to be able to tie these together behind your shirt. So just give them a nice little pull. And they'll be, it's kind of like in the 80s when they do these at the bottom of the shirts. So I got one side, and as you can see, it's nice and stringy. And then my other side, I'll just give those a nice pull. I might even cut them a little bit longer later so that it's easier to tie, because I think I might have made these a little bit too short, but I'm not positive. I got to try it on first. And that's one of the reasons why I cut it kind of conservative, because then when I try this on later, I'll know if it worked or not. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to try it on, and then I'll show you what I got.
So hopefully I'll be back with a good product. All right, hi again. Hi again. This is the finished product. So I took the strips in the back and I stretched them and tied them together. I don't have the bottom. I kind of like it when it rolls up like that, and I tied it so it's not too tight. I tied this in the back and made strips on it and pulled them. I'm not sure I like that. I'm probably just going to cut this up to here. And then I took the sleeve and just cut a string off, stretched it, and made little bows here. So get creative and don't try to be perfect. It's a cut t-shirt. Okay, the edges aren't perfect. These aren't perfect. I actually ripped off one of these in the process of stretching them, and just have fun with it. It's just fun. And so this is District 40 crew for Zumba Conference LA 2013. What up? Let's represent, and I hope you have fun cutting your t-shirts. I'm going to do one more demonstration with the 1 Billion Rising t-shirt, and it's a lot bigger, so we'll see how that one turns out. Alright, thanks for watching. This is Coach Lana, and I'm out of here.